Day 89. Day 89. I'm actually curious about what Monday's going to be like. Monday, you can see this. You see this muscle right here on my face? This muscle is called determination. If you see somebody where they have this bone that sticks out, it means that they're focused and determined. You see the muscle? And it just starts pushing. They're actually pushing their head forward. Push, push, push. You know, they're those kind of drivers. Bull. It's the bull. It's the horn of the bull. And Gordon, how come you don't have any horns? Gordon doesn't have any horns. All right. Well, we got lots of work to do. I'm curious on Monday what's going to happen, because basically Monday, what I'm trying to do now, I've pretty much decided I'm going to create a blog. Now, blog as in what? Blog as in blog, or blog as in like my own website? Because the thing is that if you're going to create a blog, like if you're going to create a website, those are two different things. If I'm creating a blog on somebody else's blog platform, then it means that they own the data, they own the platform, they own the traffic, they own everything. But also, they probably will send you traffic if you've got good content. So, you know, if you have good content, like Google might send traffic your way if you have your SEO figured out really well. And then over time, you just build that platform. You own the website. You own the everything. You own everything. Everything belongs to you. And then when the people come to your website, maybe you get their email, build an email list, maybe sell them products. But it's like if you own a store. The question is like let's say that there's like a main street, and then on the main street there's already an owner of that street. And if you rent from that street, then you're going to get a lot of traffic because that's Main Street. You can make a lot of money, but then also you got to pay rent. Now, in this apartment, I own this apartment. I found two amazing benefits, which I didn't realize were so wonderful. Number one is when you own your own apartment, you don't have to pay rent. I paid a lot of rent in my life. Suddenly I realized what it feels like not to pay rent. It's so weird. Like, oh, are you paying rent this month? No. What about next month? No. What about next year? No. Are you ever going to pay rent again? Not while I'm living here. I don't pay rent. Gordon, do you pay rent? Yes? How do you pay rent? You don't know? Gordon's not sure how he pays rent, but he knows he does somehow. Gordon. Anyways. And also, it depends on where your location is, but if you're a good person and you inspire people around you, then likely your property value will also go up. Or if you just get in the right location at the right time. For me, I got three benefits. Number one, I spent a lot of time like cleaning up the neighborhood, throwing out the trash. I made a little park next to the river. I picked up buckets of gravel and filled in potholes in the parking lot. I tried to be a positive force for the community. Number two, I got here before inflation smashed like a wave. I could see it happening, like boom, boom, boom. It was running over other countries. I could see it was on its way. Got here before the inflation, and also the war in Ukraine. So suddenly the war in Ukraine started, and then there were just huge amount of refugees that were running away from both Russia and Ukraine to come to Georgia because of the visa situation. They can come here. So the property prices in Tbilisi went up because of that huge amount of population that came into the city. And some of that money and some of those people also came to our village. So the population started to rise, inflation started to come, and then tried to be a positive force for the community. All those things come together. And after 3 years, my property price has more than doubled, which is fantastic. And which, I mean, I had gold, so I traded my gold for this apartment. And then the question is, are you going to get a better yield from the gold in the last 3 years, or are you going to get a better yield from this property? And technically, it's actually like it's equal. So the gold is also a little bit more than doubled in price in the last 3 years, or maybe not quite, around the doubled. And this property value has more than doubled in the last 3 years. But the problem that gold, you can't live inside of gold, so it can't save you the price of rent. But like, how much would I have paid this place? Let's say the most conservative estimate possible. Let's say this is the $100 a month rental, which is $1,000 a year, which is $3,000 in 3 years. Okay, so it's not that much actually. So I guess I could have left my money in gold. Now what? So then the question is, what's going to happen in the next 2 years? That's a good question. Anyways, I want to go outside and do my run with the doggy dog. Yeah, so Monday, I'm curious because Monday's going to come around. Tomorrow's Sunday. I'm going to finish the challenge. I talked to my study buddy today, and she said she's just going to keep going and finish the book. I think that after she finishes the book, then she's going to probably start on the next book, but maybe not with the same speed that we've been going in the 90-day challenge. The 90-day challenge was pretty intense. We haven't had a real opportunity to digest the content. There's just been way too many new words, way too much content. Luckily, I had basically the last year and a half of reading and also like just general study of French. So that gave me like a good starting point for this challenge. And then boom. Well, you can see what happened. You can go back to video 1 of the 90-day challenge. You could see me speak French, and you can make your own decision whether or not the 90-day challenge was useful. But I do also admit that it's like it's overload. It's too much, too fast. Can't digest it. And so Monday comes around, and then what are you gonna do? So I got this idea that's basically like, I call it 10 o'clock in Tbilisi. Every night, 10 p.m. I was a little bit late today. I also do 10 a.m. in the morning. I do 10 o'clock in Tbilisi with another project with my other YouTube channel. And somehow, I don't know, I got really excited about it. And now I'm doing that 10 o'clock in Tbilisi every day. It's just part of my day. It feels good. I like it. I enjoy it. And as a result, I made a habit of working on this little software project, and it's going really well. And then now I got this other language project where I'm going to create a blog. And the purpose of the blog is to provide a place, like a new concept of how to learn French. So, like in the past, let me show you how people studied French in the past. So let me just share the same window that we're seeing right now. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to work. Let me just check the audio. Can you hear? Hello? Hello? All right, good. How is that even possible? What is that? Okay, anyways. Oops. Oops, that's sound up. All right, so traditionally, the first way you're going to study French is like this. You get a book. And technically, if we want to do another 90-day challenge, we would want to do this A2 book because we're almost finished the A1 book. And this is the traditional way of learning language. So number 1 is we have a book. Number 2, we have some cassette tapes. We have some audio tapes. And then number 3 is we have a student's workbook. All right, so you can see it here. So at the very top in this picture, you can see the A1. We have this book. This says 学生用书. So this is the student's book. Then we have a 练习册, which is the exercise book, which is this one. I just showed it to you. And then finally, we have the teacher's manual. At least I think that's what that is. Can't really tell. But if we go to this one, it says 教师用书. So that one definitely says teacher manual. Now, for the teacher manual, in our case, we have these audio. So we have these Bilibili. It's like YouTube in China. And then since I speak Chinese, I've been following these videos. But even the videos, I stopped watching the videos like last week. And I can't keep up with the pace. There's too much new content. There's so many things happening in my life. It's not the major focus. So I know that I'm going to slow down because I can't digest the information fast enough. But I want to make sure that I have like a habit, like a real habit for studying French. So on Monday, it's not necessarily going to be a French class. It's going to be like how to use AI tools to start learning French. So I'm going to use this textbook. For example, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of alphabet. Like I'm not interested in teaching people the alphabet and basic pronunciation. I did have my pronunciation buckets, but the day I'm not so interested in teaching that. Like if you can't learn like the letters and the pronunciation by yourself, there's like 100 videos on YouTube with that. Like I don't want you to have to rely on me for that. It's true that this book has some stuff about pronunciation, but I'm just not interested in teaching that stuff because I'm not French, you know, and I don't know how well the AI tools are going to be able to create like really good experiences. Obviously, this is garbage, right? Because like what? I mean, you have to have the audio. If you don't have the audio, then you can't learn pronunciation. And if you're not a French native, then why are you teaching pronunciation? I don't think it's realistic. So we're going to get back to this first thing. Bienvenue. Bonjour, monsieur. Vous vous appelez. Right? So there's some conversations. There's some notes. There's some vocabulary. There's some. What is this? I can't remember this character. Découvrir. Wow. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this book apart. Like I'm going to go section by section because I don't know if you remember in our 90-day challenge, I never actually went through each section one at a time. Sometimes I would look at the sections, sometimes I wouldn't look at the sections, but I definitely didn't go through all the sections. Didn't read the book. The exercise, see, our 90-day challenge was actually just to get through the exercises. And technically speaking, the 90-day challenge should be going through 90 days of exercise. But since we had to repeat some pages, so that made us so that we're actually not able to finish it on time. All right, so I'm going to feed all of these ideas into AI tools, and then I'm going to take it like all the chunks, all the information, piece by piece, and I'm going to create blog articles. The blog articles, like there's maybe 10 blog articles just to do chapter 1. Maybe there'll be 20 blog articles to do chapter 1. Maybe there'll be 50 blog articles to do chapter 1. But I found a book that I really like, and I like the vocabulary, I like the content, I like everything about it. What I don't like is it's a book, it's an exercise book, and it's a video. And I think that now that we have AI, it's a different world. right, so check this out. So let's jump into the Google AI Studio. That works good. No. I need to. Native speech generation. What's new? Generate high quality text to speech. Script builder. I have no idea what that is. Anyways, it's interesting because it looks like I can use this in order to create stuff for my blog. It's an AI first blog, so I use AI to develop this media. So anything you do these days, you can do a one-man show. John, who's that guy from England? The one-man show. What is it? Common? Is it Common? And John. All right, Chrome tab. So I'm a little bit slow. It's like, it's been a long week. It's been a long challenge. Let's start with this one. Hi.
Hello.
Parlez-vous français?
Oui, bien sûr.
Peux-tu m'aider?
Oui, bien sûr. Je vois l'exercice où il faut associer les phrases. Dites-moi comment je peux vous aider à le résoudre.
All right, I'm going to speak English and you can speak French back to me.
D'accord. Je vais vous répondre en français.
Associer les phrases.
D'accord. La première phrase « Tu crois qu'elle m'écrira » correspond à la phrase C « Je n'en suis pas sûre, mais elle téléphonera peut-être ». La deuxième phrase « Je suis sûre que Mélanie ne viendra pas à la fête » correspond à la phrase E. « Mais ne t'inquiète pas, tu verras, elle sera là ». La troisième phrase « Vous pourrez venir avec nous » correspond à la phrase A. « Non, on sera à Grenoble à ce moment-là ». La quatrième phrase « Tu es certaine qu'ils auront les billets pour ce soir » correspond à la phrase D. « Oui, c'est sûr, ils les achètent cet après-midi ». Et enfin, la cinquième phrase « Est-ce le temps de faire les courses » correspond à la phrase B. « Oui, j'irai certainement après mes cours ».
Right. Basically, it just gave me the answers. Let's check if the answers are correct. And we can also listen to the audio again. So let's click for the... Do we got an audio file with this? All right, let's click the audio
D'accord.
file.
La première phrase « Tu crois qu'elle m'écrira » correspond à la phrase C « Je n'en suis pas sûre, mais elle téléphonera peut-être ». La deuxième phrase « Je suis sûre que Mélanie ne viendra pas à la fête » correspond à la phrase E. « Mais ne t'inquiète pas, tu verras, elle sera là ». La troisième phrase « Vous pourrez venir avec nous » correspond à la phrase A. « Non, on sera à Grenoble à ce moment-là ». La quatrième phrase « Tu es certaine qu'ils auront les billets pour ce soir » correspond à la phrase D. « Oui, c'est sûr, ils les achètent cet après-midi ». Et enfin, la cinquième phrase « Est-ce que tu auras le temps de faire les courses » correspond à la phrase B. « Oui, j'irai certainement après mes cours ».
Okay, just give us the answer. Now, what else can we do with this? We could go.
D'accord. La première
La première phrase.
phrase « Tu crois qu'elle m'écrira »
Tu crois qu'elle m'écrira correspond à la phrase C. Je n'en suis pas, mais elle téléphonera peut-être. La deuxième phrase, je suis sûr que Mélanie ne viendra pas à la fête. What's the best way to do this? Probably probably going to. In this case, we could jump over to Google Translate. In this case, I really don't know the words. So we need to learn the words. 好的，第一句，we could do it in Chinese if you want. 好的，第一句话，你觉得他会给写信吗？对应句子 C， 不确定，不过也许他会打电话。第二句话，我确定。What is this？ 梅丽妮不会来参加聚会。对应句子 A， 不过别担心，你会看到的，他会来的。第三句话，你觉得和我们一起去吗？对应句子 A， 不，那我们到时候会在隔离 What's this？ Show more。对应不，我们到时候在格勒诺布尔 What is that？ Grenoble。第四句话，你确定他们今晚有票吗？对应句子有，他们会的，他们今天下午会去买。最后第五句话，你有时候去购物吗？对应句子 B 有，我下课后一定会去。The good old days in China. Or we could do it in Russian. Хорошо, первое предложение. Как ты думаешь, она мне напишет? Соответствует предложению. Я не уверен, но может быть, она позвонит. Второе предложение. Я уверен, что Мелани не придет на вечеринку. Соответствует предложению но не волнуйся. Вот, увидишь, она будет там. Третье предложение. Ты можешь пойти с нами? Соответствует предложению. Нет, тогда мы будем в Гренобле. Четвертое предложение. Ты уверен, что у них будут билеты на сегодняшний вечер? Соответствует предложению. Да, будут. Они покупают их сегодня днем. И, наконец, пятое предложение. У тебя будет время сходить по магазинам? Соответствует предложению. Да, я обязательно пойду после занятия. Finally, in English. So, all right, the first sentence, tu crois qu'elle m'écrira? Tu crois, do you believe that she will write to me? M'écrire. Correspond à la phrase ci. Je n'en suis pas sûr. I'm not sure. Mais elle téléphonera peut-être. But maybe she'll call. La deuxième phrase, je suis sûr que Mélanie ne viendra pas à la fête. I am sure that Melanie will not come to the party. Corresponding. Mais ne t'inquiète pas. Don't worry. Tu verras, elle sera là. Tu verras? You'll see, she'll be there. Elle sera là, she will be there. La troisième phrase, vous pourrez venir avec nous. Vous pourrez, can you come with us? Venir avec nous, can we come with you? Correspondons la phrase à non, on sera à Grenoble à ce moment-là. No, we're going to be in Grenoble. La troisième phrase, tu es certain qu'ils auront les billets pour ce soir. You are certain that there are evening. Are you sure that they have tickets for tonight? C'est sûr. Il est achète. C'est cet après-midi. Et enfin, la cinquième phrase, est-ce que tu auras le temps de faire les courses correspondent à la phrase B? Oui, j'irai certaine après mes cours. I have no idea what this is about. I guess it's future tense, right? Future tense. The future. Welcome to the future. All right. Let's jump back into our stream. I'll just refresh the page. Yeah, so I think we're pretty much there. You know, they're doing a pretty good job with this. And it's good timing because I want to start this new blog, AI First Blog for Language. Bonjour. Répondez aux questions, exprimez la probabilité ou la certitude, utilisez une expression différente chaque fois.
D'accord, voici les réponses aux questions, avec différentes expressions. 1. Absolument. Ils seront à l'heure. 2. C'est possible que je puisse passer pour prendre mon blouson. 3. Il est probable qu'il s'entraîne pendant les vacances. 4. Bien sûr, il pourra faire la cuisine et le ménage. Peut-être qu'il fera beau ce week-end.
Yeah, we didn't quite get all the answers. Now, what's the purpose of the question? Absolutely, they'll be on time. It's possible they'll probably be working out during the holidays. Of course, it'll be great to cook and clean. So now, also next week, I think I'm just going to be doing it for about 20 minutes a day. And like doing 3 exercises, it takes a long time. It's at the end of the day. I'm exhausted. I've been working all day long. I'm exhausted. Really tired. Really, really tired. So I think 20 minutes will be good. Plus, like, I want to take my dog out for his walk, and he's sitting there just looking at me, wondering, why are we still sitting here doing nothing? Why are we doing French? We should be going outside. Why are we still here in the house when we should be outside with all my friends? Yeah, my little buddy Gordon Good has lots of friends. He just loves going out, hanging out with all his dog friends. My dog's really social. And we've basically been doing like a walk every day of his entire life. So he's like gets used to just talking to all his buddies. All right. So how are we gonna get this last sentence?
D'accord, voici les réponses aux questions. Ménage. Peut-être qu'il fera beau ce
Peut-être
week-end.
Peut-être ce week-end.
Ménage. Peut-être qu'il fera beau.
Peut-être qu'il fera. Peut-être qu'il fera ce week-end.
Ce week-end.
Okay, let's check that sentence. Okay, we did number 2 is done. Now the last one is kind of a challenge. I don't know if all right. Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Ah, je vois l'exercice sur les voyelles nasales. Il faut entourer les lettres qui représentent les voyelles nasales dans chaque phrase. Par exemple, dans la première phrase, ses parents ont de l'argent, les voyelles nasales sont dans parents, ont et argent. Je peux vous aider à identifier les autres si vous le souhaitez.
Can you explain this one in English to me and go through each answer?
Okay, I can go through each sentence for you. In the first sentence, ses parents ont de l'argent, the nasal vowels are in parents, ont, and argent, ENT. For the second sentence, ils prennent leurs vêtements dans la chambre. The nasal vowels are in prennent, vêtements, dans, et chambre. In the third sentence, on montera ensemble dans le train. The nasal vowels are in on, montera, ensemble, ensemble, and train. In the fourth sentence, demain matin, Anne va chez le dentiste. The nasal vowels are in demain, matin, Anne, et dentiste, EN. Finally, in the fifth sentence, est-ce qu'ils auront le temps? The nasal vowels are in auront, et temps, EMP.
Sweet. All right, so that's interesting. So there is a little bit of disturbance, but in general, like it can switch between languages. This is the first time it can switch between languages without messing up the accent. So yeah, I'm really excited. I have to say that I've kind of lost interest in this challenge by the end, meaning that I just don't have the time and energy to study all this craziness. But in general, I think we have a set of tools that we can use to start to build this little machine, a language learning machine. And with that language learning machine, I'm going to be able to really learn French and maybe even, I don't know. The point is, you can do anything you want in life now that we have AI. You always could, right? You could always go to a library, you could always read a book, you could always search on the internet, you could always find a tutor. Oh, I always found having a tutor was the best way for me to stay motivated. Now we have these talking AIs that can basically act as your tutor. Now I do some coaching and I do some teaching on the side. So that means that I need to be up to speed on this technology because it's basically taking away my job. And it's taking away a lot of people's jobs. And so I want to be up to speed with exactly how to use AI. And then I also want to create this blog so I can attract some attention to my blog. And so I can teach people basically the best ways to use AI in the process of learning. And then if I'm able to stay on top, so it's like surfing. If you can stay on top of the wave, then everyone else is going to be like, well, how do you do this thing? How do you do this learning thing? And I'm going to know how to do it because I'm going to be doing it. And then a bunch of people are going to be like, hey, he knows what he's doing. And also, if I know what I'm doing and I'm on the edge of like how to do this thing, I'll also be able to see where is the opportunity to create products. And that's really what it's all about. It's about specializing in certain areas of AI and figuring out how to create and develop products. So that's where I'm at. Thank you for joining me on day 89. Tomorrow is going to be day 90, the official close of the 90-day challenge. We'll see you tomorrow.